March 6 of 2023, a Reddit user had posted a photo that he took inside his apartment. Now from here, it looks like nothing but a random photo of someone's kitchen. Now it may seem like that, but if you take a closer look, you'll see something that is without a doubt pretty chilling. Now before showing what was caught in this photo, it's worth noting that the Reddit user who took this writes that he has been experiencing strange activity in his apartment. He claims that for the longest time, he's been hearing strange noises that seem to linger throughout his home. For years, he's been trying to figure out the source of these noises, but one night, he takes a photo of his kitchen and captures this. Upon zooming in and brightening the photo, you can see what looks like a tall, dark figure standing in the hallway by his kitchen. After seeing this, the Reddit user believes that whatever this is responsible for the strange noises he's been hearing for the last couple years. Looking closely, the figure appears to have no eyes, and when comparing it to the refrigerator's height, the figure is extremely tall. But as if this wasn't creepy enough, a few days later, the Reddit user had posted a video of his apartment. He left his camera recording overnight in his place when this is captured. If you look closely, you can see a tall figure moving about, but it's only after watching this video where things get a whole lot more creepy. This mysterious figure might just be the same person or thing caught in the photo. Naturally, the Reddit user along with viewers think that the supposed figure is haunting this apartment. There haven't been any updates, so until then, you be the judge on this whole encounter. A father is recording his son who could be seen playing inside a miniature inflatable pool. At first, this video looks like nothing but a random clip of a little boy playing happily inside a pool. Or at least that's how it seems, because apparently, something was captured that left viewers feeling totally spooked. The following is what was captured. Take a look.
Du har activated it. Activated. Yeah.
Out of nowhere, a face appears from inside, but looking closely, there's something very off about it. It just comes out of nowhere and stays there until suddenly the face is gone. But even creepier, another face can be seen before also vanishing out of existence. Now very little context is given on this video, so like always, I'll let you be the judge. Just what exactly were these two faces doing inside the father's house? Now this next video was submitted to me by Alicia B, who can't help but think that she may have captured something supernatural on camera. It was around 11 PM when this video was taken. Alicia was picking up her boyfriend from work when she spotted something unusual by the motel seen in the distance. She immediately parked on the side of the road to record whatever she saw. What she films is downright creepy. Watch.
Bro, focus. That's it, right? Ah! What the, bro? What the?
Caught off guard, Alicia continues to record this eerie sight until suddenly it is seen once more. A dark apparition appears quickly and disappears in the blink of an eye. It's as if it was flickering out of existence. This odd shadow appears to be inside one of the rooms, but strangely, it flashes momentarily a few times before the video suddenly ends. Although frightened by the sighting, Alicia believes that she has proof of a ghost caught inside a motel. But of course, I'll let you be the judge. Is this solid evidence of something supernatural? Or could something else explain this? On July 21st of 2024, somewhere in Colombia, something really weird happened that was captured on surveillance footage. The footage shows a man entering his house, but only seconds later, something happened that left nearby residents feeling extremely concerned. Whatever was captured had sent someone to the hospital. For this reason, neighbors don't like coming out at night as they're afraid that the same thing will happen to them. The following is what was captured. Watch. It was only after falling to the ground that two eyewitnesses come over to see if the man's okay. They also have a dog with them, who immediately heads over to the spot where the flying object first appeared. Some believe that the dog was seeing something no one else could. Although strange, it's definitely not as strange as what occurred before this. A mysterious flying ball of light appears to come out of nowhere and strike the man from outside. Now fortunately the man is okay, but he had to get 24 stitches at the hospital. However, he doesn't remember the events of that night as the impact was severely intense. Not much else is known about what occurred, but until there's an update, I'll let you be the judge on this whole incident. Just what exactly had happened that night? On the night of October 23rd of 2023, a baby monitor captures something pretty chilling. Ever since the family watched the footage, they can't stop thinking about it. Suffice to say, they're concerned for their children's safety. Now before showing this footage, it's worth showing what was captured only a few months before this incident. Their oldest child was being babysat by a relative when this happens.
Shay. Cheyenne. Cheyenne.
Now what's concerning to the parents is that they have seen this behavior before while living in their old home where this footage took place. Whatever was captured here, it made them move out. Living in their old house, their children would stare at something that's not there, and sometimes they would cry out of nowhere after staring at nothing for a very long time. Something was clearly upsetting their children, so they start watching the baby monitor more closely. After continuously paying attention to the monitor, they see this. It's no wonder why the parents were left spooked out of their minds. A large, shadowy mass is seen moving in the dark. Given how it moves around and floats away in midair, the parents believe that this is what's upsetting their children. Whatever this might have been, the parents hope that it hasn't made its way into their new home. If so, they don't know what to do. To this day, the parents continue to share footage of paranormal events, hoping that someone can help them out. But as with most videos, this one will continue to remain a mystery. During a live news report, something really creepy was caught on camera. On September 19th of 2017, a massive earthquake struck the center of Mexico, destroying dozens of buildings and claiming many people's lives. This earthquake was so intense that many citizens are haunted by this natural disaster. But there's one disturbing incident that stands out in many people's minds. The massive destruction of a private school for secondary students and preschoolers. Many residents were called to search inside the rubble after learning that students were trapped underneath the rubble. Tragically, they heard the muffled screams of children coming from inside. Some, unfortunately, did not survive. Understandably, this was a tragic day for the parents of these children, yet others were totally creeped out. Soon after the events, a group of newscasters fled to the scene to capture footage of this horrifying event. However, one news station captured something that has left many residents feeling spooked. Be sure to pay close attention to the large crevice in the building. Take a look.
Hacer este túnel y en la parte de arriba lo están tratando de hacer desde el techo de este, digamos, como balcón. Hay socorristas, tanto de la Cruz Roja como del Ejército Mexicano y del Plan Marina, que están pues con los planos del edificio en mano y continúan la versión de que están muy cerca de lo que era el área de cocina y el área del comedor. Eso es lo que tenemos información.
Strangely, a pale face with an eerie appearance can be seen inside the crevice. It stands completely still while seemingly watching the camera. Even stranger is that nothing was seen in the crevice at first, yet somehow a creepy figure can be seen. Viewers believe that this was the spirit of a child who sadly had their life taken away by being trapped inside the wreckage. But as always, what's your stance on this? Was the spirit of a child caught on camera? Or might there be some other explanation for the creepy face? In this next video, a man enters his basement after hearing strange noises coming from down there. The man swore that he heard footsteps going up the staircase. Thinking that no one would believe him, he decides to record and heads down there. Now he doesn't catch the footsteps on camera. Instead, he captures something completely different. This is his video. Take a look.
Oh my! What are you doing there? Who are you?
I got you good.
Oh yes you did. Oh, you got my heart good.
Out of nowhere, a ball launches toward the man, seemingly by itself. Feeling totally spooked, the man closes the door and ends the recording. He believes that something paranormal was caught on camera and thinks that the basement might be haunted. While the basement itself is creepy on its own, the man is mostly scared of the ball launching towards him. Just how exactly did this happen? To this day, the man has no answer to this question. Now this next video comes from a father who was at an amusement park with his family, as earlier they were feeling a little worried. According to him, his daughter was scared of something, but it wasn't the rides that were scaring her, it was rather something else. The father states that his daughter told him that a bad person is here and they're following us. Although at first concerned, the parents didn't think much of this and continued to enjoy their time at the park. That is, until they arrive at their hotel. During this time, the father was watching the videos that he took, but to his shock, something was captured that left him extremely terrified. In the first clip, the family is watching the river that's for the boat ride. The father records one of the boats go by, but it's at this very moment when this is captured. If you look closely, you can see what appears to be a hand moving in the bushes. The father believes that this is what their daughter was talking about. Looking closely, the hand seems to be trying to get the father's attention. Although it fails, the hand itself is creepy on its own. But then minutes later, the family decides to get on one of the boats, not knowing what was captured earlier. Whatever happens in this video is eerie to say the least. Watch.
ジャングルだけの強い味方がこれ何かあった時はきっとこのお守りが私たちを助けてくれることでしょう。それは出発。まずやってきたのは雨の森であちらに見えるのはボルホチョウ、世界最大級の蝶と言われております。とっても大きい蝶。
It's easy to miss the first time, but in case you did, here it is again. It now makes sense as to why their daughter was scared of this place. The same hand can be seen grasping on the boat. It seems to come out of nowhere, as it looks like the hand might be disembodied. The family has no idea as to what this was, but viewers believe that an entity of some sort was trying to get the family's attention. Whatever was captured remains a mystery, but the family has made sure to not go to this place again, as after watching this, they were spooked to say the least. It's nighttime in the following footage, when a security camera placed by a child's crib captures something pretty disturbing. The footage was posted by a couple who have been posting paranormal events on their account. They believe that their house is haunted, so they've set up cameras all around the property. Although the things they've captured are without a doubt creepy, this one has got to be the stuff of nightmares. Suffice to say, the couple's concerns have intensified after watching this footage. The following is that video. Take a look. It was after watching this that the couple believes that whatever's haunting them is messing with their child. A dark, shadowy mass is seen moving above the crib, but when speeding up the footage, you can see that it moves in a manner that's very unusual. Viewers can tell that it's anything but a person, yet it seems to have a mind of its own. Further adding to the creepiness of the footage, the door closes by itself and the shadow seemingly moves a stuffed animal without any effort. While the couple believes that whatever this was is responsible for haunting their home, I'll let you decide on whether or not something supernatural was caught on camera. As with most videos, this one remains a mystery. On July 25th of 2024, at approximately 1:30 in the morning, a woman records herself after having heard a strange noise coming from inside her home. The woman on camera is known as Celeste, who while staying in her home, heard the sound of the front door opening. Not sure what to do, she starts to record and investigate the house. But if only she knew about the terrifying events that would later unfold, she wouldn't have investigated. Whatever happened, it sent her running out of the house in a panicked state. The following is what Celeste had captured. Take a look.
No. No mames, no sé qué hacer ya, no sé qué hacer. No mames, güey, no mames, está abierta la puta puerta. Ay, no. Voy a cerrar la puerta. No hay nadie, o sea, no hay nadie. No hay nadie. Voy a cerrar la puerta y le voy a poner seguro porque la neta... No hay nadie, literal, no hay nadie, plebes. O sea, no sé qué voy a hacer. Aquí voy a dejar el celular grabando aquí. A ver si capta algo. Porque la neta ya me harté de que estén pasando cosas y no sepa qué es. La voy a dejar grabando. Y me voy a ir al cuarto. Me da mucho miedo, please, me da mucho miedo ver lo que hay. No mames. Yo quiero saber lo que realmente pasó. No mames, no mames, no mames. No mames, no mames. No mames, güey, no mames. ¿Qué vergas es eso? ¿Qué vergas es eso? Me está dando miedo, te lo juro que estoy temblando. ¡No! ¡No mames! ¡No mames! ¡No mames! ¡No mames!
Terrified beyond belief, Celeste runs out of the house after seeing that the phone captured what looks like a blacked out face peeking at the camera from a distance. It seemingly comes out of nowhere as it hides behind the cabinet, which if you look at it, you can't really hide behind it. However, this person or thing was able to hide its entire body, or at least it seems like that, because apparently, viewers claim that this may have just been a floating head. Further adding to the strangeness are the events that occurred before this. A kitchen item falls to the floor seemingly by itself, and the front door is found open. Viewers are positive that something paranormal was the culprit behind all this. While Celeste is yet to give an explanation on this whole encounter, this video continues to baffle viewers. Unfortunately, for now, this video remains a mystery. On June 23rd of 2023, a man named Pablo Dosdor was hiking in the woods with his dog when they stumble upon an abandoned building. They get closer to this building that, for whatever reason, was built in the middle of nowhere. They get closer to the property, until they suddenly freeze. Pablo can't help but think that something is not right with this building. Now it's worth mentioning that he's been here before, but on his first day, something happened that made him think that this place might be haunted.
Bueno, encontramos una escalera. Vamos a ver si podemos acceder.
All of a sudden, the video suddenly becomes corrupted. He has no idea why, as when he got to the top of the building, his camera was working just fine. Pablo finds this definitely strange. But fast forward to his second day here, and something happens that made Pablo certain that this building is actually haunted. Take a look.
Wow. Vamos. Wow. Pequeña espina. ¿Qué hay, Draco? ¿Qué hay acá? Ah, bueno. Tenemos una escalera. Sí, definitivamente se nota que era. Bueno, es muy baja la entrada. Wow. Draco, vení. Bueno, definitivamente no quiere entrar. Es por algo. Vení, Draco. Realmente me siento como bastante acelerado el pulso. Hay una energía definitivamente fuerte. Draco, vení, él me sigue todo. Vení, entra. Eso. No. No. Bueno, me voy acá. Me voy acá porque no estoy empezando a sentir bien.
This building, which apparently is an old church, has left not only Pablo unsettled, but his dog as well. Draco, the dog's name, clearly does not want to go inside. At the start of the clip, Draco is seen walking around the church without any problems, but for some reason, the inside of this place scares him. Pablo even says that something does not feel right inside. Feeling baffled, he scurries out of the church. But then one day, Pablo gets the idea to return to this church at night. Draco is also with him, but just like before, something happens that leaves Pablo completely spooked.
Poco nervioso, debería decirlo. Vení, Draco, vení. Draco. Por fin subió. Vení. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Por qué no querés estar acá? Vení. ¿Qué hay? Draco. Draco. Vení.
So then, just what exactly is going on here? Is this church actually haunted and thus causing Draco to act this way? Or could this be explained by something else? Just who or even what was causing Draco to be scared? On November 14 of 2023, a woman named Jenna DeSormu captured something pretty creepy while working at a clinic.
I mean, that was clear though. Like, that was super clear.
Jenna and her coworkers are working inside when all of a sudden, they heard a child's voice nearby. This was strange because no children are ever present inside this clinic. Knowing this, Jenna and her coworkers find this to be creepy as nothing scary has ever happened at this clinic. The following is what was captured.
I mean, that was clear though. Like, that was super clear.
There it goes again.
Super clear.
There it goes again.
You think it's funny? Yeah. Stop it. And then the freaking phone rings.
Out of nowhere, a child's voice can be heard. After hearing this, the coworkers all look at each other in disbelief. Given that they have never encountered a child here, they had no idea how this had happened. One of the employees even tries to communicate with the child, and strangely, the child answers his question.
You think it's funny?
Understandably, the employees were left shaken up, but it would be the following incident that has left them certain that the clinic is haunted. A few days later, an employee captures this.
Do it again. I'm shaking. Jesus Christ. Come on. You can do it. Move it. Come on, move it. Stop. Stop. Move it, come on. Can you knock it down? You can knock it down, come on. Y'all, come on. Y'all, that box is moving. I can't even think it straight. Come on. Stop. Nope. 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 We're done. We're done.
Strangely, a small box moves on its own, as if someone was nudging it towards the edge. Eventually, the box falls to the ground, at which point the employee has seen enough and walks out of the room. Clearly, whatever was captured had to have been something paranormal. Based on these two videos, viewers can't help but think that this clinic might be haunted, but until more info is given, these videos have no definitive answer. It's around 11 p.m. when a store manager records footage of him unpacking boxes. He claims that something happened during this time that left him spooked, so he ran to his computer to pull up the footage of when it all happened. As he does this, he records it on his phone so people can believe him. Getting this on camera would be the best evidence he's had so far, as he states that something else might be inside the store with him. But as he records the footage from his phone, something happens that catches his full attention. The following is his video. Watch.
Just putting things away from the box. All right, now watch. I want you guys to focus on this area right here. Okay? Hold on, let me speed this up a bit. All right, watch.
If you have the doctrine right and you stow it on a shelf in your closet and do not pull that doctrine out.
Boom, you see that?
What good does that
I'm gonna
doctrine
get back here for you guys to give you a better view. Look at that. And I'm just like tripping, like, what? Okay, but pay attention to this area right here.
I can grant that they
Watch.
could teach us not what I asked you.
Is that you? Look, I'm here by myself. Nobody's here. It's just me. See that? Come out. I'm not afraid of you. Is that you? I threw down the box earlier? Come on out. You don't scare me. Come on out, pussy. Always trying to mess with me. Ooh! Oh, shit. No. Hell no. Hell no. Let me see. Hold on. Where am I? I'm here. Where am I going? Look, there I am right there. Look, you see that? You see that? Nah. Nah. Hell no.
As if the store manager wasn't spooked enough, this happens. Had it not been for the second camera that was placed by the front entrance, this would have been missed. The manager's hair, all of a sudden, gets tugged by an invisible force. Feeling immensely uneased, the store manager pulls up the footage, hoping to see if it was caught on camera. And thankfully, it was. Yet strangely, no one can be seen pulling his hair. If no one was there, then just what exactly had done this? While the box falling on its own is another sign that something was actually there, viewers believe that something paranormal resides in this store. So then, just what exactly had been messing with the manager? Let me know your thoughts on this one. On July 1st of 2024, an ambulance driver leaves his vehicle after encountering something pretty terrifying. According to the driver, he was driving back to base when suddenly he saw a face in the back of the ambulance. This was strange considering that no one was inside the vehicle but him. And so, he pulls over in an alleyway and runs out of the ambulance in a panic frenzy. Watching the video he took, the driver is genuinely freaked out. But fast forward to a few minutes later, and the driver captures this.
Alright, so I'm not sure how to talk about this, but well, first off, I've been an EMT just for a little bit, and like I ain't never experienced nothing like this. So as we driving back to base, I swear I seen a face in the rearview mirror. Like,
send somebody as soon as you can.
I need to turn this engine off though, cause like we're gonna be stranded out here.
Yeah, as soon as possible.
I'm not trying to go back in this truck. I don't know if you see it, but can y'all see that back door? Like it just, oh, shit. Like it just flew open. Like can y'all, oh. Nah, what the? What was that? Can y'all see it? Nah, hell no. That, nah.
As if seeing someone inside the ambulance wasn't already terrifying enough, he sees this. A shadowy figure is seen moving back and forth inside the vehicle in a seemingly frantic manner. Its uncanny movement have led viewers to believe that the ambulance driver had actually caught something supernatural. Now, the driver says the loud thump at the video was the ambulance cabinet swinging open on its own and thus causing him to run away. But as for the shadowy figure and the supposed face he'd seen earlier, well, that remains a mystery. Some believe that this was the spirit of a deceased victim who passed away in this ambulance, while others have no clue as to what was captured. To this day, the ambulance driver is beyond spooked by this mysterious encounter. Somewhere in the countryside of Japan, a man named Meguro explores a house that is said to be extremely haunted. The owners of this house no longer live here, as apparently they had been missing for about a decade, but it's said that something terrible had occurred. Now, the residents of this house in question is a husband and wife, a grandmother, and a daughter. The grandmother apparently passed away from decomposition. The husband and wife are the two who are missing, yet the daughter has been staying in contact with a paranormal team who've been investigating the house. Now, this house may look familiar, as I featured a video of a different member of the paranormal team exploring the interior of this property. As expected, he captured something extremely creepy. Ever since, the team hasn't set foot on this property, until now. This time, they send a different explorer to investigate the house, and unsurprisingly, he ends up encountering some creepy things. Now, before showing what he caught on camera, it's worth showing some footage that was captured inside this home. The house is full of cameras, and sometimes they capture things like this. Take a look. Although creepy, it wasn't scary enough until a paranormal expert is sent to investigate the house for a whole night. Meguro, the person in question, is going to investigate the house to see if anything has changed for the past 2 years. He sets up a few night vision cameras in every part of the house and leaves them recording for the night. Fast forward to a few hours later, and Meguro hears footsteps coming from the second floor. He goes upstairs and captures this. As seen on video, the door to one of the rooms is wide open. When Meguro last looked, it was closed. Now inside this room appears to be a mirror, and strangely, it's wide open as well. A little creeped out, he checks the security camera footage to see what happened. To his shock, he sees this. To say that Meguro was beyond spooked after seeing this would be an accurate statement. He believes that the supposed ghost in this house had done this, but as if this wasn't creepy enough, right after seeing this, something else just as creepy is caught on camera. Meguro heads downstairs when this is captured. Out of nowhere, someone or something is by the door, but after looking to see who's outside, Meguro finds no one there. If no one was found, then just what exactly had been knocking on the door? Now this is a very similar encounter to what happened previously. The different investigator also ended up capturing the door being knocked by its handle, but the only difference is that the other person didn't open the door to see who was there. Now it could have possibly been someone pulling a ding-dong ditch on Meguro, which he would then come to think. After this, he decides to head outside to try and get a couple exterior views of some of the rooms, but unbeknownst to him, something would be captured that would be keeping him up at night. As he's outside panning the camera to a couple of windows, he captures this. It was after watching this that Meguro was certain he was being watched. A dark, shadowy figure can be seen swiftly moving away from the camera's view as if it didn't want to get seen on camera, yet Meguro still ended up catching it briefly. He can't help but think that while he was recording the second floor window, the shadow, or whatever this might have been, was eerily standing there. He would eventually come to the conclusion that something is definitely not right with his house and believes that it may be haunted. While it's still unknown as to why the couple went missing, it's now proved that something is haunting this home. But like always, what do you think? Is this giant house haunted? Or is something else going on here? For the full video, you can check out the channel Fourth Wall, where other paranormal clips like this one can be found. Now this next video comes from Connor Lyle, who states that he encountered something really freaky while walking towards his front door. It happened on September 8th of 2022, and although it happened over 2 years ago, Connor still, to this day, can't seem to explain it. He was driving home from work at around 8 p.m. when suddenly, something activates his fight or flight response. Connor states that he felt like something was stalking him, which is why he keeps looking behind him in the video, and according to him, it felt super real. So, out of curiosity, he checks the doorbell camera to see if he was actually sensing something. To his shock, he was. This is what was captured. It was at this point that Connor realized his fight-or-flight response was completely called for. If you look closely, you can see what appears to be a shadowy figure manifesting out of nowhere and suddenly disappearing. It is seen right before Connor looks behind him. It's as though he was sensing this ghostly presence. But even stranger, it appears once again, but this time closer, at which point Connor looks behind him again. It's hard to make out what this was, but viewers believe that a spirit had been following him that night. But while no further updates about this incident have been given from Connor, viewers continue to speculate on this eerie footage. Just what had been stalking Connor that night? On the night of July 12th of 2024, 2 children are alone at home when something pretty creepy was caught on camera. The footage was submitted to me by Isabel Katz, who states that during this time, she was walking the family dog as she does every night. Her 2 children, on the other hand, are staying home while she walks the dog. But while she's gone, something happened that left the family terrified out of their minds. Now, the reason Isabel had bought the camera was because strange things had been happening in their home. Usually, they would see one of their cabinets opening on their own and remaining open throughout the night until they wake up and find it closed. Because of this, Isabel had bought the camera. But one night, while her 2 children are alone at home, this happens. After watching this piece of footage, Isabel is certain that something might be haunting their home, from the cabinet opening on its own to her younger daughter seeing something that causes her to scream and hide in her sister's bedroom. Isabel is naturally freaked out. Now, she did ask her daughter what she saw. According to her, she saw a tall, shadowy figure in the master bedroom. Knowing this, Isabel cannot but think that something supernatural is present inside her home. But as always, what are your thoughts? Paranormal or not? Feel free to let me know what you think. On August 27 of 2024, a teenage boy wakes up to the sound of someone knocking at his bedroom door. With his heart pounding fast, he grabs his phone and starts to record. What he captures is downright disturbing. Now, the teenage boy in question is known as Evan, and he started to document strange activity in his home about a month ago. He finds these occurrences strange, but he isn't surprised that they're happening. His mom had bought a porcelain doll from a secondhand store. Ever since having it, Evan is unable to sleep at night. He believes that the doll might be haunted, if not cursed. In a short video, Evan describes a strange incident that he didn't catch on camera.
So my mom just bought this really creepy ass doll. About like last week she bought it. It's been really scaring me. If you want to see the doll, here you go. This is the doll. Last night, something happened that has never happened to me, ever. So I was in bed, I was sleeping. It was like 1 o'clock at the dot. I usually have my door closed when I sleep, So the door was closed, and someone was knocking at my door, and it was constant, like it was continuous, like it just kept knocking, like constantly. So when I finally got up, I opened the door, and nobody was there. Nobody, not even my mom. Nobody was there.
As Evan states, something was knocking on his door. Ever since that night, Evan felt compelled to start catching these occurrences on camera. Only a day later, Evan captured something that he believes the doll is responsible for. It's approximately 2 in the morning when Evan records this. Watch.
Guys, I just heard the knocking again. It's 2:23 in the morning. I cannot believe I got that on camera.
As Evan watches in terror, loud aggressive knocking is heard, scaring the living daylights out of him. Following that, the door opens on its own, but as shown on camera, no one appears to have opened it. You can even see the door handle move, as if someone had actually opened the door, yet strangely, no one did. Fast forward to Evan seeing the doll, and it's at this point where he believes that his mom might have brought a cursed item in their house. Afraid it might happen again, or something worse may occur, Evan moves the doll into the basement.
Alright, here's another update. I do not want to be anywhere near the doll, so we're gonna be putting it in the basement, and I also set up this camera right here in front of her, so we're gonna see if it captures anything, and if it does, I'm going to upload it on YouTube. So yeah.
Unlike before, Evan will keep an eye on the doll 24/7 by placing a camera in front of it. If the camera detects movement, he'll get a notification on his phone. Fast forward to a few days later, and Evan gets a notification of movement detected by the camera. He plays the snippet of the footage, and to his shock, sees this. Unlike anything Evan has ever seen, a securely placed bag full of items mysteriously falls to the floor. Following that, more things around the basement begin to move on their own, including the camera's battery, which according to Evan was seemingly yanked by something, causing it to unplug and stop recording. It was after watching this footage that Evan was absolutely certain the doll is haunted. But this wouldn't be the last of his documenting, as just recently, he uploaded another piece of evidence that he took on his phone. He showed the following video to his mother, and whatever was captured, it made her get rid of the doll immediately. This is what was captured.
I always make the most of it on the road. But the third day, the owner of the club says to me matter of factly, you know,
I just heard a loud noise coming from down there. I know it's been a while. Things haven't been happening much anymore. So, but something just happened. I just heard a loud bang. I don't know if I should check. If I should run away. God, my heart is racing.
You should see me in my mom.
It's moving. It's moving like that. Oh my god. Oh. Woo! Yeah, no. Fuck that. Good. Guys, dude, its arm moved. Its arm just moved.
It was promptly after seeing the doll's arm move on its own that Evan pauses and hightails out of the basement. Realizing what just happened, he continues to feel terrified. He also claims that a picture frame had fallen on its own, which may have been the loud noise that he heard. He then showed the video to his mother, and she immediately got rid of the doll. Whatever happened has spooked them. So then, just what exactly was going on inside Evan's basement? Could the porcelain doll be haunted and thus causing these events? Or might there be some other explanation for this series of strange happenings? Now, even though the doll is no longer with them, Evan continues to feel baffled when thinking about these events. In this next video, a bus driver in Singapore was driving a double-decker bus early in the morning when something happens that leaves him shaken up. It was around 7 a.m. and the driver had no idea that his day would start off with a very creepy encounter. Before driving, he checks the security cameras in both decks of the bus on his dashboard to make sure that nobody was inside. But as he checks, he immediately notices something strange. Taking a closer look, he sees this.
Pagi dah buat seram ah. Kau tengok ni ya. Okey, kat atas ni ada orang kan. Iwak betul lah. Pagi dah buat seram ah. Habis boleh ada orang kat atas kan. Sial kan, tak ada orang kan. Berderau darah aku lah. Celaka betul lah. Aku puas jerit kan dia suruh turun tadi kat dekat tempat turun orang. Nak bawa lah ke sini. Okey, maaf betul lah.
What looks like a person sitting completely still in the bus is seen on one of the cameras. But as if seeing it wasn't creepy enough, the bus driver checks the spot and finds no one there. Naturally, he was confused and scared. Clearly, something other than a person was seen on camera, but it's as if the so-called person had simply vanished. If no one had been inside the bus, then just who or what was this? On the night of September 27th of 2024, a woman named Jalen catches something pretty chilling on camera. She's always had a feeling that something was haunting her, so she's been trying to record these occurrences on the off chance that no one would believe her. But one night, she finally caught something on camera. Jalen had been working on her computer when she spotted something from her peripheral vision. Now it's worth noting that this took place inside her grandmother's house, which is filled with lots of antiques and vintage items. However, some of these items might be haunted according to Jalen, but even if they weren't, Jalen isn't coming back to this place anytime soon, and it's all because of this incident. The following is her video. Watch.
This thing just moved.
Boy, all the talking heads would have been screaming about the Dallas Cowboys and sticking fork in this organization. So again, kudos to the Cowboys going on the road, getting a good win. Let's see how they react moving forward.
There's a saying in golf, there's no pictures on the scorecard. If you're down, you don't care if it's by 5 or it's going to be like, you're just happy that you moved to 2-2. The injury to Parsons, and we don't know anything at this point, he just left Ryan Clark with a left shoe off. How do you assess what that man feels a lot better if he's on the field?
That would be, if he's missing any significant time, I think he's a better player to keep his side of the ball. Really, because they have to be playing from the hand. They're suited, but they have a team, and they're going to look under the pass rush. But if you don't have
The door just moved.
33 propels 100 affordable housing laws, including many
early on, much more involved,
The safety over the top, and you'll see right down here.
A free personal Suzuki dessert. An entree plus free dessert, just $13. That's a sweet deal.
You can see
Sure, that's what I meant. They weren't able to pick a field goal late. There's a lot of involved.
Are you real? You can do it again. I won't watch.
As if seeing the door close wasn't already scary enough, the mannequin begins to move. Only doing so ever so slowly, the mannequin comes alive. But strangely, it only moves when Jalen isn't looking right at it. It's as if it's trying not to get caught on camera, but despite this, Jalen was able to catch it on camera by recording its reflection in the mirror, tricking the doll into making itself move. Now there's something else in the video that many viewers find strange. They can't help but think that the balloon and the door closing by itself played a role in diverting Jalen's attention. It's as though they were preventing her from seeing the doll move. Although it might be a coincidence, it's still strange how both objects intervened whenever she tried to catch it. However, Jalen was still able to catch the doll moving on camera. So then, just what exactly had happened that night? There has yet to be a definitive answer to this question. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Also, be sure to check out my official music channel. That being said, until next time.